are mentioning just right now, what other interventions can we do to ensure that this information is out there?
I'll start. We are not doing enough. I think where we are as a creative sector in comparison to the rest of the world is a serious indictment on what we haven't done. We are not doing enough in terms of making our youth ready to participate in the digital economy. There's many stakeholders involved in this conversation. It's firstly a question of, are we able to access the internet? Because if the information is on the internet, the youth must be able to access the internet. If selling products is through the internet, then the youth has to be able to access that. And then all the different government departments have to. It's great when we create policies and amend laws, but then we now have to teach the people that there's now this new law, this is how it's going to work, this is how it's going to help you. But over and above that, we then need to fund the implementation of the policies, because we're very good at creating policies as a country, but when it's time to now implement, we sometimes lack, and it's usually around a lack of funding. So we need to be able to fund that. But the long and short of it is, no, we're not doing enough, and we have to do better, really. We have to do better to disseminate information about copyright, about the 2005 convention, about so many other things that are meant to benefit the youth.
I think just to add on to what Mr. Meli is saying here, I think we as the youth also have to have a willingness to learn, because even no matter how much information can be out there, if we do not have a willingness to learn, to want to know all these policies, to want to also be active participants within this, because the way you are able to make a contribution is if you also are knowledgeable. Be aware of the policies, know what they are, and then see how you can then draft them to make them work for you and see the contribution that you can make. So no mangabi information ingaba kanganani, if we do not find it as interesting as possible, and if we are not active participants in reading and making ourselves be aware of all these changes that are happening, then sendani. Because njengoba ngisho, and oftentimes you find that all this information is available, but nawe funa lokwati, funa nalokfunza, because that is how you grow as an individual and that is how you learn. Of course, there's so many interventions that we need to do. We speak of workshops, we speak of educating ourselves, njengoba ngisho, so many other things, but also have a willingness to learn, because when unaswenda aba available lama platforms, nawe ufuna lokuba khona kuze utowati and make a change. The only way that we as the youth will make change possible is if we are active and siya participator.
Uteka yona impela Miliswa, no one has monopoly over knowledge and information. We must be intentional.